Where have I been? What have I been doing? And why haven't I been making any videos? Well, I put off making this video long enough. I had all kinds of plans and the best possible intentions. I was going to get a fancy microphone and some fancy video editing equipment, and in the end I figured, you're just putting it off, Luke. Why don't you just tell people what the hell's been going on? So I have been creating something in the background in secret, and now it's ready to see the light of day. That thing is a 1/18 scale toy line called HELLSEEKERS. So what is HELLSEEKERS? Well, HELLSEEKERS is my new action figure line. It's coming soon, and it's got everything that I love from the action figures that I used to collect when I was a kid. It's got military operators, heroes, villains, it's got monsters, it's got grizzled eye patch wearing mercenaries, freaky Michael Myers / Snake Eyes-esque operatives, and much, much more. It's basically my love letter to everything that I loved as a kid and a young teenager going into adulthood. I never really stopped being a geek. I've always loved this stuff. So I knew I had to do a toy line. It's basically what I've dedicated my entire life to. I love action figures. I love seeing shelves of collections. I love watching YouTube videos of people's collections. I have visited a couple of friends who have huge action figure collections, and I've got a good sort of about 7,000 action figures at the last count. It's probably more now. Shout out to my long-suffering wife Debbie, who has to put up with all the junk and the boxes and the spares, and there's guns and extra hands all over the house. Anyway, I'm rambling. What is HELLSEEKERS? Well, it's a 1/18 scale toy line. I'm going to focus on articulation and detail. It's a love letter to the 80s and 90s toy lines like G.I. Joe, the Kenner Aliens and Predators, Toy Biz stuff like the X-Men and that Marvel stuff, in that it was quirky but also very like fun and in your face. It's based on things that I am very passionate about. So that will be games like, obviously, Metal Gear Solid. You all know I'm obsessed with that game. Resident Evil. And then I want to pull things from films that have really inspired me over the years, like The Thing, Predator, Hellraiser, if you can believe it, and cartoons like the Sunbow, G.I. Joe, all mashed together, put in a blender, and what you get is HELLSEEKERS. The HELLSEEKER unit is a top secret Black Ops military unit that focus on preventing incursions from a dimension called the Gloom. They're stationed in Alaska at a facility called MAW, M-A-W, as in gnashing big ugly mouth that opens occasionally and spews forth these horrific demons. The HELLSEEKERS are operatives, and you will definitely see some familiar, let's say, callbacks. There's a guy with an eye patch, and that's Commander Ford. He's my personal favourite. Yes, I know I'm obsessed with legendary soldiers with scars and eye patches and grey hair and beards and possibly bionic attachments. There's Sergeant Beck. He is like the heart of the team, and he is like salt of the earth kind of operator, soldier. we see a lot of the story through his eyes. And then you've got the Hellseeker troopers. The main troopers are in like these olive drab operator costumes. They're like spec ops guys. They're really cool, but then they do travel around the world. Wherever the gloom sort of spews out these incursions, they will travel. So there's going to be different colors, different deco, and there's going to be different equipment, different jobs that these guys do. On the darker side of things, from the gloom, we've got the snappers. Snappers are like these disgusting creatures. If you have watched films like The Thing and Hellraiser and Aliens, Prometheus, the body horror, you know, like the David Cronenberg, The Fly and all that nasty stuff. These are humans that have been infected by the energies of the gloom and like burst open, and you've got these nasty tentacles and teeth and just slimy protruding things coming out of them all over the place. It's body horror, it's in your face, and it's just absolutely gross, but in a good way. Also on the sort of, I'm not using the word villain, I'm using antagonist. On the antagonist side, we've got Raven and his personal army called the Faithful. So Raven was a Hellseeker who was left behind in the moor, and over the course of his time there, he's got these like mutations in his head. It's like shrapnel from the moor. It's got like this gloom energy, which is like dark energy that's infected him, and it's given him this really like monstrous appearance. Quite apt to say that his code name is Raven, and he's going to be causing the Hellseekers quite a lot of trouble. His army are called the Faithful, and they have had their eyes opened to the truth of what the gloom is all about. So I'm not going to give any more away. This is the first video. I thought I'd just go really informal and give you a brief blurb about what it's all going to be. So if it sounds like something you're going to be interested in, make sure you follow me, VenomSnake385, on Instagram, which is where I've posted most of the stuff. We've got professional sculptors involved. We've got a plan for Kickstarter, and we are going to make awesome action figures. They're going to be very articulated, detailed, beautifully sculpted by incredible talent, and I'm not going to say any more than that. If this is your cup of tea, jump in. Now's the time.